Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the European crossover webinar. Actually, we just happen to have the chart set up here on the crew. We talked about yesterday how the monthly closing continuous charts closed with 74.23, and you can see here we just got 2 cents above it, and we fell back $1. We kind of moved up a little bit higher. But anyway, that was a decent little pullback, although still way up in the stratosphere. Let's take a look where Bitcoin is. After that big old fall and rally back, and we actually came up here, you can see here, just about nicked the 50% back. And it's been just a quiet, steady stream lower. It was a little bit of pushback here, and once again, just a quiet, steady stream lower, right into some support here, but quiet overall. We did get some economic data. We did get Spanish GDP, which came in at -0.4. That was an hour ago. And then we got German business expectations. Those were just released just now. German business expectations at 104. They're expecting 103.9. Oh, wow, we're starting to push a little bit higher now. And Nasdaq. Look at this. Look at this move that just came up. I mean, look at that. We're pressing here. Let me take a see what the S&Ps are doing. We're almost at 42.50, but look, this is more impressive here. And we're not very far right here at 14,355 is the 161% of this move here. Right there. June 15th to the low on June 16th, that we saw that pretty good pullback. That's actually our bias chart resistance for today. But we continue to push on this right here. We'll move into the S&Ps. Look at this, we're pushing up close to 42, not very far off from 42.50. We're actually looking a little bit higher on S&Ps. I'm not sure what prompted that, because those German iPhone numbers already been released. Current assessments on the German data is 99.6, better than 97.8 expected. And business climate, 101.8, they're expecting 100.6. We do have Bank of England later on today. And of course, we do have our jobless claims, weekly jobless claims, durable goods, 8:30 Eastern. And we do get GDP also, Q1 GDP. Oh, that's a label. Must be second revision. Bear with me. That's after the first revision. And let's see here. Canadian manufacturing sales, as well as wholesale inventories. And that'll be it. It's a decent little clip there. But boy, we have pushed higher here. Almost just went long Nasdaq in Asia and just said, oh, what the heck. I'm sure it'll keep the grind higher, but I didn't think we'd, well, of course, we just got this just little push here. So we'll wasn't all done. I mean, most of it just came up. For the most part, you can see here we were trading relatively quiet. You can see here we were trading pretty quiet until just now this run up. I guess I've been sitting in that thing, but it looks like that's where they're pushing. I thought we might have stayed kind of steady just here, and then once we opened up in the U.S., we push, and then we'd see if we make a run for the 161%, and then we'd see what happened there. But looks like we're already making that move already. Take a look at the euro. Fairly quiet here in the euro. You can see that. And take a look at the cable. Same thing. Quiet as can be. Well, that would be expected. They had a BOE. The Aussie, same thing. Super quiet. Holy smokes. Dollar yen, just still hold up around these highs. We did challenge that 111. Yesterday. And lastly, we'll just take a quick look at gold, which is just basically flat, but a little bit lower. So with that, we're going to get started on the analysis, starting off with the euro. So the euro posted a bearish small-legged doji here on Wednesday. Resistance of 1964 held overall and remains with support on Thursday to be 1889. So the 1964, we're going to keep that. The only difference is we'll move this to 1889 for support, but as you can see, it's relatively quiet position. Even with the good German data. Onto the cable, ahead of BOE, or BOE decision. So the cable posted a bullish small-legged doji. Difference between that and the euro was it was bullish. Did add on to the gains, unlike the euro of the prior day. Resistance on Thursday will be 40.16 with support at 38.93. Yeah, we'll keep this 40.16 because I was saying, well, maybe we'll get push because something comes out of BOE. But yeah, 40.16, I'm good with that. And support at 38.93. Onto the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie closed higher on Wednesday, closing above the prior day's high. See right here. Resistance for Thursday will be 76.07 with support at 75.34. We're keeping the support fairly close because you can see right here. So we're keep it relatively close. $76.07. And on to the dollar yen. So the dollar yen challenged at 111, closing just below it. Resistance will be 11.19, and if you remember, we had 10.95 and followed by 11.19, so it would be 11.19. We're supported 10.48. We had 10.95, and we said, and beyond that, 11.19. Well, we did get a little bit beyond that, so it's going to be 11.19 for resistance for today. Still holding up very well. And on to the cash dollar index. So the dollar index closed slightly higher on Wednesday after testing 91.50. You can see here we had our support at 91.53. Support for Thursday will remain the 91.53 with resistance at 92.14. So no changes there. And relatively quiet in FX land. And on to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, after recovering from below 30,000, managed to stay above the 32K into the close, and that's after this big whirlwind we got dipped. So we've pulled back, but we have managed to stay above 32K. Resistance is going to be 35,607. We're supported 32,305. Well, the low today has been, oh, holy smokes. 32,305. Holy smokes! Now that's a pretty good guess there. And resistance 35,607. Actually, that may not have been as impressive as I just went right across these lines. Not even bothered to look as to where the touch is going with the bodies. As I always say, I like to go with the bodies. So the resistance is 35,607. But we almost tagged this 50%. I was actually watching this. I was going to step in and short this when we were up in here. We kind of jumped in here, and but I thought it would have tagged it, but it didn't. And when it got here, it quickly ran out of gas. And I thought, okay, maybe they'll make one more punch. And then after that, it's just been very quiet overall. But I was going to use the Bitcoin futures for that. But anyway, let's go and move on to the S&Ps. So the S&P traded in a tight range on Wednesday, following two strong up days. And look how tight we were on Wednesday. Following two strong days to start the week. Resistance for Thursday will be 42.62. So we're thinking we can push beyond this 42.50. And support will be 42.24. Oh, we had 42.23, so just off just a bit. Followed by 42.09. We're going to keep this here. I'm not going to put the other one in there yet. Now we have to come off quite a bit, but you know where the support will be at 42.09. Take a look here. You can see here we came down to that 42.06. This was a couple of days ago, and we quickly rebounded, but it's going to be 42.09. If you look here, if we do break, we'd be looking at 42.26 is going to be the midpoint, and 42.23. Remember, I said 42.24. 42.23 and a half would be the value area high on Tuesday. There's a 42.26, and then 42.09, as I said, right there, actually right on that body there. 42.09. Moving into the Nasdaq. Well, with these all-time highs, yesterday we came back and tested into the point of control in the Nasdaq. And that was key because we were able to hold it. I said, hey, if we can garner a little bit of a slide beyond that, we could maybe goose them. And they ended up holding this. Actually, I was short at the time. I was able to cover. Got fortunate there. I thought we might have said that slide. So I was able to cover on the dip. And I said, you know what? I would have expected more for them to accelerate. So I was happy to go in and get out. And them holding that point of control, that kept it bullish. So the way that they play them is, hey, that's it. That's going to be support. And they'll continue to press it. And that's what they're doing. Although I didn't think they would, I thought they would just hang around this area until we opened up in the U.S. So I said, well, I don't think they would dip much, but there's no use in just jumping in now, I would think. I'd just wait till the U.S. session. We're still holding up here. They just get long, figuring they're going to press this and see if they can push it up to here. Well, heck, they've already done it. So it looks like they left the station, the train left the station without me. But this is what I'm looking for. For resistance is this 161%. We already went over where we're deriving that from. The high on June 15th and the subsequent low. And that'll give us something to aim for. Well, we already actually had that from yesterday. Support now, though, would be 14,270, which would be the POC. Followed by 14,200. Let's go move into the gold market. on the same page. So we're just sitting here dead as a doornail in the gold overall. Dang, we're still pressing it. Holy smokes. Look at the Nasdaq here. Got these fingerprints going on. So gold closed slightly higher, slightly lower in a $20 range on Wednesday. Support for Thursday will be 1768. I'm just going with the body touches there. See that? Just kind of coming across here. 1768 followed by 1759. Since that's relatively close, I do want to list them both. Close in the sense that it can easily take the other one out. Doggone it. And support, resistance, although it doesn't look like it's going to go there, would be 1803, 1789, followed by 1803. We'll just stick with the 1789. And we'll move into crude. Man, look at that. We're already at 42.50. Holy smokes, look at this. Well, there's always a possibility. I thought there was a possibility, but I just didn't realistically see this thing taking off ahead of the US Open, not with any measurable move. Look at the Nasdaq. It's already at 14,340. Shoot, 342. So crude oil pulled back $1 after tagging the monthly continuous closing price at 74.23. Resistance will be 73.81. And just going to body touches here. That's 73.81. Let's see, and support will be 72.54. Followed by 72.04. There we go. What the hell? What's wrong with this thing? You start to leave it like that or do the screenshot and don't know what the hell's going on with that thing. Hang on. No, I don't know what the hell's wrong with that. Well, I already have it updated here and on the screenshot, so I'll go and get that posted in the room. I'm not sure what the hell's wrong with this thing. Look at it. You see how it's not even going there? Plus, it's just going to close it out. But we did have I did have the did do the screenshot here, and we'll go and get that posted into the room. And I don't see any questions, so that'll be it, and we'll see you in the chat room. And thanks for joining us here on the European Crossover webinar.